Welcome to the latest episode of my Bloodborne Effective Run, and today we're gonna beat up a nerd.
A very, very sick nerd.
Yeah, he might like it.
I mean, I always do. Primarily because he gives, at least, he gives nerds a bad name. I'll be real honest.
I mean, it's pretty good candy. Do you remember Nerd Rope?
Yes.
That was like my favorite incarnation.
You know they still sell it, right?
Yeah. No, but I haven't seen Nerd Rope in ages.
Go to gas stations. They're all over the place.
Who goes to gas stations in 2020? I'm not driving. I'm not going anywhere.
I drive all the time. Even though it's against my health.
So you don't actually need to take the side path. You can just walk across the bridge. But for anybody who's actually beaten Micolash and wonders how you still get across because you're trying to revisit it for some reason, there's a little another nubbin on the left there. And the reason it's important is because the bridge moves after you beat Micolash to allow you to access the upper area of Murgo's loft.
Cause, or some say cosm. Do you hear our prayers? No, we shall not abandon the dream. No one can catch us. No one can stop us now.
Now, this is a weird boss fight.
And a weird man.
Yeah. So it's a little more straightforward than people really give it credit for. I kind of wish that they would pull a Witches of Hemwick on you, though. Where, like, in the first phase, you'd take down his entire health bar. And then suddenly, there's another health bar. You know, like, I kind of wish that was how it worked.
It was just his body double.
Although I have seen and heard of like a very advanced version of this fight. People get his health down just enough that they can get a backstab on him. And so he'll have like 1 point of extra health after they do the charged R2 on his back. And then they'll go in and get him and just kill him. Just do all of his health right there. Which is really kind of cool. I'll see if I can find any videos of it, but there's definitely videos of people one-phasing Micolash, which is not supposed to be possible. I've seen people, I think some people tried to do it with the cannon, back when it was a little bit stronger. So the method to fight Micolash, it's easier if you can have him in the room, but wail on him until you're out of stamina like this, and then walk to the left or right. Don't walk back. That's what happens. Wail on him, and then strafe left or right, so you can't wail. Wait for that stamina to recover, and easy peasy phase 1. The problem with phase 1, if you don't damage him enough, the puppets will come back and make the fight more interesting than it should be. I think, luckily, in phase 2, there's no puppets anymore, but they do add a new spell.
Yeah.
Now, this is another reason this is a strange fight. Is this is the only fight that has enemies in it? Well, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not true. I was gonna
Tower
say.
Knight. But instead of Tower Knight, it's One Reborn. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's in its own manner. Like, there's definitely no wandering madnesses in the One Reborn's fight. And so there's also an important rune ahead. I kind of wish you could get invaded here.
It would make the fight a lot more interesting. That's for sure.
It would also make it like incredibly frustrating for people that want to go off.
Yeah. Those are some questionable noises, Micolash. You okay over there?
It's definitely Yeah, you know, he's having a good time.
I guess.
The hunter's even a hunter, even in a dream, you know? How many times can you say even in a sentence? I don't even know, like, totally, dude. I never really tried parrying Mikolash's fists. I'm sure you can.
You can.
I just don't really, it's not the way I'm comfortable fighting him. Which is bad, I guess, for this build, because I did name it Parry Fisher to fish for parries. But, yeah, I just don't really know if you can. I don't really know the timings for it, what I'm trying to say. Never really tried to parry someone's fist in any of these games, to be honest. You can't pick up items when he's talking.
Yeah.
Moon Rune. That's important for the farm that's ahead. That you can get a third one. And I would kind of... yeah. You could go ahead and farm now. But I would technically recommend waiting until we've done Upper Cathedral Ward to do the farm. I'll still show the farm in the next episode. But stacking 3 Moon Runes makes this farm a lot easier. Good message. Anytime you come across somebody's message, if you think it's a good message, go ahead and give them a nice upvote. If they're in the middle of a fight, it'll heal them.
Really?
What are those, Dylan?
I'm not entirely sure. I like to think that they're basically like servants from the town. They're the choir because they're wearing the hats. If you notice that, the archers are.
They're Oompa Loompas.
Yeah, they're all blue.
Doopity-doo.
It's kind of creepy.
And here we've entered the second phase of the Mikolash chase scene.
They have silver poisoning. That's why.
Silver poisoning.
Yeah, you can. So medical knowledge, everybody. If you touch silver too much with your bare skin, you can actually suffer a poisoning that turns you blue. I learned this from God of War 4, in which there is a character in there that suffers from that, and that is why he is blue. And you never learn that until listen to dialogue later in the game.
See, they said video games weren't educational.
You lied.
I played Jumpstart. Whatever grade. Alright, so here's the teleportation mirror that Mikolash will come out of.
Yeah.
Although there's more mirrors he can come out of to throw you off your trail, and they're down here. Also some loot down here as well. You can fight the puppets. Don't really need to. I usually do it for fun. You can build up your beast blood meter on them, things like that. There's a lot of speedrunning strats involved in doing that. Like you can walk into the boss fight in the first room, walk back out and fight that puppet, and then Mikolash will be there. There's also a speedrunning strat you can do here to prevent him from having his phase 2 moveset. I miss, but you can totally do it. I'll put a link to the someone doing it successfully in the descriptions for anybody who wants to see it. But you roll down there and you knock him on the ground and get in his way so he can't run through the door. This is the place people like to stand to throw poison knives at him as well. And what that'll do is he'll run into the boss fight and teleport back, run into the boss fight and teleport back every time he takes a tick of damage. Because I don't know if you've said you've hit him outside of the boss fight before. And I don't know if you've noticed that he teleports when you do that. Hacks.
Yeah.
I would call him like the most egregious of cheaters.
Yeah. I mean, when you're dealing with Cosmic Horror, everything's on the table. Sadly,
you can also, from this height, lock onto him there. You can throw some poison knives at him or shoot him with the cannon. Unfortunately, after which he'll move under you to be out of your purview. But that is another place you can hit him from. So here I'm going to try to get the speedrunning stop. And unfortunately I don't get it, but this is basically how you do it. You roll, get that, hopefully you don't hit the ceiling when you fall, then you roll, get up in his way of the doorway, and he can't get past you. Unfortunately for me, unfortunately for him, he got past me.
Yeah. Now, time to fight.
Let's get down to business. Gotta defeat the Han.
Oh, of course. Well, some say cousins.
So I'm gonna try to show off how you can lock onto it.
Prince.
Unfortunately, this is the only angle you can do anything with them from. So I've discovered the strategy after editing the video. That was more effective than what I originally was. But you want to keep him in the middle of the room, not get hit by that buffer blade. Because I'm wearing arcane armor, I'm able to survive a bad dodge. If he does get it off, do exactly what I did there and just dodge forward through it. Try to stun him out of it. If you get unlucky like I did there, you'll get it off anyway and you'll die. There is a better way to do it. If you can keep him in the middle of the room, just wail on him until you're out of stamina, and then shoot him with your gun.
Yeah.
Don't wait for him to do anything. Just shoot him with your gun while you recover stamina. He won't have a chance to recover at all. And you'll just be able to keep him in the center of the room, and you can't do anything.
He tried to grab your tits.
You know, I mean, if I thought I was going to die, I wouldn't mind touching some tits. Yeah, like, what is that move? He's like, Hadouken! Like, it's wrong game, Micolash.
Yeah.
I guess if he's the host of the nightmare, he would be able to do it. See, he stuns him right out of it. But really, as you're approaching him, just shoot him, you know, like, take a few steps, shoot, take a few steps, shoot, so he can't really perform the spell at all. And that is the host of the nightmare. Gone.
Not only will he forget, he's already dead.
He's going to wake up in his dead body. So he's not going to wake up? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's like back to this theory of like, did he just commune with the amygdala and mustache? Or did he, in fact, inhabit and become that host of the nightmares? Because he is the host of the nightmare.
Well, he's the host, but he's not the creator. Keep that in mind.
Well, actually, I actually like to think that he is. Like my theory, and I have no supporting evidence for this, other than just pure conjecture, is he communed with, amygdala with a mustache, and said, "Yo, I want to do all this research and stuff. Let's do it," and created it, and then eventually, through this understanding and everything, became an amygdala. Is potentially what happened to host or create the nightmare. Because if he's not the host, then they would call him the fake host. You know, they usually do title people properly in these games for what's actually going on.
True, but keep in mind the definition of a host is
he's not dead. He's just now inhabited and by the his body's not there, but he's inhabiting the mustache.
Kind of.
Maybe he's one of the tentacles. I don't know.
One thing that I can tell you...
His consciousness is stored in the Amy.
One thing I can tell you for sure is, based on the interpretations of what many people have said from FromSoft, what it is Micolash is the host, meaning like the host of a show. But that doesn't mean they're the people.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who run it. Essentially, is the idea.
This is the worst Japanese game show I've ever seen.
Indeed. So Micolash is your I'm trying to remember.
Welcome home, good hunter. What is it you desire?
Is specifically you're like the host of a game show. So he's the one who's up front.
Let me stand close.
But Murgo's wet nurse.
Now shut your
Behind this curtain
is my boss. Don't mind the fact that my boss has no face. It's fine.
Creepy face all the time gets some. Anyway, thank you for watching the latest episode of the Bloodborne Effective Run. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. Have a wonderful day, and thank you for watching.
Good luck hunting out there.